church. Okay, I've been given 1 minute, so I'm going to use that minute to thank you and to invite you. Why do I thank you? I want to thank God and Marcus and Adele leadership and all of you for giving us this opportunity at our young age to serve God in the nations. And then I'm going to invite you later on the next trips. But Julie and I were blessed to go back to our roots as such. In 2001, we were in a church in Cape Town, and God challenged us to start a base in remote western province of Zambia, a place called Mongu. For about 15 years, Julie and I ministered there. Often it was so remote that we had to go by boat on the Zambezi River. And when I joined here in 2010, Marcus, with his normal open-handed heart, allowed us to continue. So we worked there, serviced there till 2015. And then the reason why we wanted to go back 2 weeks ago was the lead elder that we work into, his church we work into in Tanzania. I wanted him to really see what God can do if you are faithful and you work hard. And that was our main motivation for going back. They asked us on the base to do courses, so we did entrepreneurial courses. Julie did a lot of Bible study, I did leadership training, and then we did some family training. But Martin, who came with us, he was absolutely blown away by what he saw. And I asked him if he's going to come back again, and he said, "Bill, I've got 3 words for you. Yes, I'm in." So he's going to come with us. I'll just give you a little overview. In 2001, we started there, and we had a lot of objectives. And what is so encouraging that 24 years later or 23 years later, in the grace of God, all those things become reality. So I'll just name a few. The school that was started today has got 700 pupils. The little medicine depot has now got a doctor and a hospital. I think about 130 businesses have started. The one was gone so big that she actually owns 3 lodges and the biggest wholesaler in the area. She promised me a little bit of commission, so I'm going to wait for that. And but I think the important thing was, the mission there was to start a spirit-filled, God-fearing church within walking distance of everyone in the western Zambia. And a week before we arrived there, they've started 230 churches. 280 churches. Yeah. So I know that that at NCMR we don't have rock stars, but sadly Julia is a rock star in the western province of Zambia, and I'm going to give her a few minutes to talk. But before that, I want to challenge you. You know, this morning when we had our elders prayer meeting, Marcus reminded us that if you want your passion to be restored, is to serve God. And I've come back, I can run through walls now, I'm so pumped. And even with all my broken legs and arms and that. But I want to encourage you, Julie and I we've been blessed, we travel a lot, and we've had incredible experiences. We're married for 40 years, and our love today is larger than what it was then. Or anyway, hers for me. But there is nothing, if we talk about our great moments, the highlights in our life, it's always on a mission trip. And I want to invite you in August. It was going to be in June, but we're giving you another 2 months to prepare. We're going to go back to Dar es Salaam. So I would invite you to that. Greg McAlpine and I, Henny has opened a door for us in Kenya. In September, we're going to do a entrepreneurial training in Kenya. In October, we are going to the Caribbean. You're welcome to join us. We're going to an island called Ruton. And then from there, we'll plan the next year. So I really want to invite you. You want your passion for Jesus restored? Come and serve the nations. A highlight for us was we met a little church. We met a pastor there, Brian and his wife. And they are hungry for you to come and visit them. They begged us to come and bring a team, and we want to go back next year. We're going to plan it, and then I want the youth please to come with us, and we're going to impact their church. So just start saving. It's an incredible trip. Okay, bless you. I'm going to give you to the Western Zambia rock star.
I'm glad my boss is not here. Thanks for the notes. I'll start at the top. Okay. But yeah, I just want to thank you for being part of sending us. Whatever we have harvested there, you share. I love Proverbs 68 says, those who remain behind also share the spoil. And so thank you for that. But just about a little bit of what we do. We don't only go and talk about business. We go and share the gift that God has put inside of each and every one of us, and we go and share what is lacking. As much as we have people come speak into our lives, we go do the same. And this year, I just taught about Jesus from Genesis to Revelation. It was intensive. In fact, one of the guys said he's now got to get a new Bible because I made them go backwards and forwards so often that his pages were worn. But they were so hungry for it. They give up work, they give up time, they give up everything just to sit under the ministry of God's word. And so I don't want to condemn you, but I want to light a fire under you. Romans says that how will they call on him of whom they have not heard? And so I find it actually easier to witness across borders, because people listen when you've got a different accent or a different hair color. In fact, it's quite interesting. Some of the babies run away because I'm too ugly. Does wonders for your self-esteem, but yeah, join us, because you have got a gift that you can share with another a church, because actually we're all part of the bride of Christ, and that's our commission. Thank you.
Good morning, church. Just a privilege to be part of a church that is sending church, and thanks for sending us. My wife and myself, she didn't want to come up, but we've been working into Bots for about 15, 16 years, and we took Greg and Dee. Were your lives changed? God ministered to you as you ministered to people. Just a great trip. It was an LTT. Just had the privilege of ministering into probably about 8-9 churches at that LTT. And then we have a trip planned for July. Just so you know, that's going to be into the rural area around Gaborone. You'll probably need a bit of camping equipment, but that's a 4-day trip. That's going to be led by Ronka from City Hill Church in Potch. And then I'm going up in August to Francistown just to minister into that church. So that gives you an opportunity to plan for that. But let me say this, and I think Bill he's touched on this, but if you want your life to change, go across the border. God will do something in your life, and if your life does not change, then I'll pay for that trip. Okay, so there's 2 trips coming up, so it'll be great to have some of you join us.